So you're thinking about making a move to Rockwall, Texas, but you want to know the good and the bad before you do? Well, that's exactly what we're going to cover in this video. We're going to cover the pros and cons of living in Rockwall, Texas, and you're going to want to stick around because we're getting after it right now. First time to the channel, subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current real estate market here in North Dallas, or like today, Rockwall, Texas. My name is Preston. We get calls, texts, and emails from people just like you every single day looking to make a move to North Dallas, and we absolutely love it. Whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We'd be happy to help you make a smooth move to Dallas. All right, let's jump right into the first pro of living in Rockwall, Texas. First pro today would have to be the schools. Rockwall schools are fantastic. They have the neighboring area of Heath, which is basically part of Rockwall. So they're A-rated schools by niche.com, and they're really highly underrated. I think everything in Rockwall is pretty underrated. I'm currently located in Collin County, which is just north of Dallas. And you hear about the schools all the time, but not many people talk about the Rockwall schools. So I feel like it's a very underappreciated, undervalued area for many reasons, but the number one would be the school ratings. Rockwall's always been known to have great schools. I know many people and teachers and administrators personally that work in Rockwall and that absolutely love it, and many kids that have grown up there and graduated from there and had amazing education. So if schools are very important to you, Rockwall could be an amazing option for you. Number two would have to be the access to Lake Ray Hubbard. So Rockwall, as you can see on a map, we will definitely cover a map video here shortly, is right next to Lake Ray Hubbard. There's many locations where you can actually have Lake Ray Hubbard views from your home, some in the older neighborhoods and some in the few of the newer neighborhoods where you can look out to the lake, see the sunsets and things like that. They also have so many shops and restaurants, so you can eat basically right off the water and just have amazing views, all the time of the day. Even and there's a bridge that goes through Rockwall that you can see the entire thing. So in Texas here, we don't have the beautiful mountains and everything like that. So any kind of view or water view like that is definitely appreciated, because that is the one con of Texas is, a lot of the areas aren't the prettiest ever, but Rockwall is definitely up there as far as views go, and a pretty place to live here in the North Dallas area. So if lake life's important to you, Rockwall's a great spot. Like I said, every once in a while we'll have opportunities with homes right on the lake, some new and some old. So if that's important to you, or you just like being close to the water and having a place to go swim or fish or anything like that, or go camping with the family, it's a great option for you. Three would have to be Rockwall has that amazing small town feel, something that I personally like. It's one of those places where if you've been here for any sort of time, if you go to the grocery store, there's a good chance you're going to see somebody you know every single time. So Rockwall is the smallest county in Texas. So just something to keep in mind if you like the small town feel, everybody knowing everybody kind of deal. Rockwall is definitely a great option for you. There's lots of opportunities for family type of events. They also have great live music on a consistent basis in the place called the Harbor, which is a really cool location right on the water. If you saw my vlog video, I kind of cover that a little bit. So if you like small town feel, small town type entertainment for families and things like that, Rockwall is an amazing option for you. I grew up in Forney, just south of Rockwall, which many of you have probably heard about. We'll definitely come out with videos of that here in the near future. But I always envied the people that live in Rockwall, because that's where I really wanted to be as far as location wise. Just a great, safe, family oriented type place with lots of beautiful homes and views as well. And me personally, I love the love the small town music scene where cover bands and things like that come to play on a regular basis. That's my definition of a fun Saturday night with the wife. Number 4 would have to be cost of living. Rockwall is an amazing cost of living for what you get. Some of the comparable places, I would say, like Frisco and Plano and things like that, where the cost of living is kind of skyrocketing pretty quickly. It's going up everywhere, but the cost of living in Rockwall is amazing for what you get. Like I said, great schools, beautiful homes, lake views, small town living. You're going to get a lot for your money. In 2019, it was actually the number 1 place in America and number 4 nationwide for purchasing power. And they compared the median income of Rockwall compared to the median home price. So that's something to keep in mind. So if you're one of those people that is looking in some of those other higher priced locations, Rockwall could definitely be an amazing option for you as well. Like I said, we get calls all the time for the higher priced areas with people, in a little bit lower price point. And I send them over to places to check out, like Rockwall, when they're in town, because a lot of times it's a place they've never heard of. And they never even considered it as an option because it's not directly north of Dallas, it's more northeast of Dallas, but definitely a good option for you to check out if you're ever in town. I think you'll really like it. Now let's jump into a few of the cons of Rockwall, Texas. We always got to bring up something negative about it, even though there's not much for this place. So the number 1 con would have to be traffic in certain points of the day. So you've got Highway 30, which is going to be east and west, the main bridge that goes through Rockwall. If there's a wreck on that bridge, you're pretty much stuck. I know if people have lived there for quite a while, are gonna know what I'm talking about, because it is a small bridge that goes directly across Lake Ray Hubbard. And like I said, if there's any kind of construction or wreck or anything, sorry, I can't talk right now, there's going to be some issues as far as getting across there, and you may be stuck for quite a while. There's also 205, which is the main roadway going north and south, which is also known to get backed up quite often. The good news is they are currently widening that bridge on both of those roads. So 30 and 205, they're going to be widening those to an extra couple of lanes. And with that, of course, means more construction. As soon as that's completed, I don't have a direct timeline, but when that is completed, it will definitely be much, much better. But to keep in mind is all these areas are growing so fast that's kind of a typical situation in these areas to know about, is like as people are coming here nonstop, we're trying to keep up with the roadways and the construction and everything like that. So there will be some delays. Something that you can check out, not only in Rockwall, but any of the cities nearby, is to check in the peak hours of rush hour in the morning and in the afternoon. Look on a little map, and it'll show the traffic and things that are going on there. So you can kind of see on there, the red and the orange of when traffic is at its peak, and see how bad it is. And that may be a deciding factor in where you decide to live as well. Another con would have to be the property taxes, which they're pretty comparable to a lot of things right out here in North Dallas. As you know, we don't have a state income tax, but we do have higher property taxes. There wasn't a lot of negatives I could put in here for Rockwall, so I had to throw in property taxes. So something to keep in mind is that some of these newer neighborhoods with all the amenities, not only in Rockwall, but other locations as well that we've covered, are going to have what's called a PID or a mud tax. You can do some more research on those, but some of those will be like developmental areas, and so you will pay an extra tax to pay for those areas and those amenities. Now, that's not the case for every new location, but that's definitely something you're going to want to ask your agent, and we're happy to help you find a neighborhood that doesn't have that. And if it doesn't bother you and you want to be in the newest area with all the amenities, we would definitely let you know that that is the case before you were to purchase something. Last con would have to be, I guess, the nightlife for young people, I guess. So if you don't have a family yet, you may be single and you like the nightlife, like downtown Dallas type deal, the clubs and those types of things, that's pretty much non-existent here in Rockwall, and you're going to have quite the commute. I guess Dallas, when it's not rush hour, is going to be 30 minutes, but if it is rush hour, it can definitely get extended quite a bit. So if you're a younger single person, Rockwall may not be the best place for you, but if you are a married couple or have a family or plan on having a family, I think it's definitely an amazing option for you. So that's all I'm going to cover today about Rockwall, Texas. Make sure you check out the other videos on Rockwall and all the surrounding cities. And if you don't see a video on it yet, I will definitely have one here in the near future. We come out with 2 new videos every week. I hope you got some value from this, and don't forget to give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. I'd be happy to help you make a smooth move to Dallas. Until next time, I'll see you around town.